Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest-running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe.
We're here! Woohoo!
It has seen the birth of close to 1 million Dubliners, and this year, some 25 new babies have been added to that number every day.
Black hair, just sticking out. Oh my God!
I know.
It's a place of extreme highs and devastating lows. During the pandemic, one of the most challenging times in living memory.
I'd like to be in there, but the numbers aren't going down at the minute.
We have a date.
It's agony and ecstasy side by side as people experience events which will change their lives forever.
I'll do it again.
Events to be remembered and retold for generations to come.
Pandemic babies.
Okay, well, this is the outworkings of COVID. This is what happens when you don't go to the barber for 6 months. I haven't had curly hair since my 20s, and that's a long time ago, I can tell you. The only thing that frustrates me is the grey. You're just a reminder that actually you're a bit older than you think you are. You might think you're Brad Pitt, but you find out you're Danny DeVito, you know?
It's 1 a.m. Kira arrived at the hospital half an hour ago in active labour. This is her second child. Her sister is also expecting a baby, so grandmother Christine will have a very busy household.
This baby that'll be the 8th grandchild, and number 9 will be here now shortly. We haven't even pushed 8 out when we were informed about 9, you know?
We're both Scorpios, so we clash, but
So long as she does what she's told.
we have a great relationship. I kind of depend on her for a lot.
I'm Jenny. Nice to meet you. I'm going to be looking after you upstairs. So we're going to go up now whenever you're ready. Okay?
I was dreading telling me ma I was pregnant again.
She waited till I was driving the car.
Just so she couldn't swing for me.
Come on in. It's your room now.
I didn't let you finish the sentence, and I says, don't even say it, Kira. Don't even say it. Didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew what was coming.
Breathe the pressure away. Well done.
She was at a stage in her life where she could have went back to work, and she could have...
She wanted
You
me
know.
to go to do things.
make her
and-
dreams.
Yeah.
You know. Just think every pain is a bit closer, huh? You'll be happier if you're doing something that makes you happy, that'll brush off on your children. And that's the message you want that your kids to have too.
When I get the time to do it, I will.
Don't have me saying it now, you know. I had 4 years and 2 jobs.
This is what we hear about. Even my stepdad's now turning around saying she had 4 kids and she had 2 jobs.
You do.
Well done, Kira.
What a stink.
I have a spray.
It's okay. You're doing a great workout here. You should have wore your Fitbit. It's okay. Kira decided that she was going to do the labour with no pain relief. It's very rare we get to see a natural birth with no pain relief, and even the support of her mom, you know, the support of Christine, like we don't get to see that often where it's a mother-daughter combo in the delivery suites.
Oh,
Well done.
when are you allowed to push? Like, when the... Oh.
There's your water's gone.
It's gone.
Well done. She had the sheet over her, so I didn't know that they had gone until she was like, my waters are just after going. So calm, you know. And I was like, okay, well done. Well done. That's great progress. Obviously, I know it was her second baby, so if the waters go like that, usually baby arrives soon after. I don't know how you managed to keep the socks dry when the waters went, but you did. Kristen, we'll just get everything ready to go.
Okay, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Yeah.
It's a super moon, is it?
It's a super moon, yeah. But it can be called the flower moon and all that. But the hair moon is the nicest because it's like fertility and rebirth. hair moon, and it's the hair looking at the moon, which is not to be mixed up with a rabbit because rabbits love to have sex so much.
Michelle and Clive are in the hospital today for their 20-week scan. The couple met 12 years ago when Michelle was 18.
I knew from a very early age myself that I wanted children and I wanted to be a mum, and a few years into our relationship I started to make that very obvious.
I said to her that we're not having kids until we get married and have a house.
That was the deal.
We did all that in a year.
After 8 years and numerous failed IVF treatments, Michelle became pregnant. Unfortunately, at just 24 weeks, Michelle went into labour and their baby, Zach, was born extremely premature.
Came out, no sound. They had to resuscitate him, and then we heard kind of like a little bark.
A meow.
Yeah, a little meow. And he was born. Now he was translucent, he was see-through. He came over for a little cuddle and then he was whisked away.
Hello, Zach. Look at you. Are you giving out? Oh, look at you, gorgeous boy. Oh, baby, sorry. Sorry, is that too bright for you? Hello, my Mr. Moo.
There was more positives than negatives at the start. He was getting bigger, but when you were in there was other babies coming in and they were 10 times as big as he was and stuff like that, like, you know, and
We call them the giant babies.
the giant babies. Close up.
Hello. Oh, look at that face.
Oh, hello, little pal.
Whenever we speak with parents about an infant born at around this gestation of just under 24 weeks, we of course have to always remain hopeful. However, at the same time, we must also remain realistic because there can be a lot of complications that can happen throughout their stay in the neonatal intensive care unit.
Did you give him a kiss?
No, I don't really want to. I'm uncomfortable.
Give him a kiss. Hi, Zach. Oh, Mama loves you. Yeah.
After 5 weeks in intensive care, Zach passed away due to complications of his extreme prematurity.
The saving grace of it would be that we got 5 weeks from him, like, you know. We understand a lot of people don't get that.
Leaving the hospital with no baby and being on maternity leave and having to get through that time that all your hopes and dreams were supposed to come true is just, it's the most difficult thing I've ever had to go
It's
through.
heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Walking out of the hospital with your son in a box is not fun for anybody. But he's always with us. Everything we do, he's a part of it.
You can make that out, can you? See the little face? Yeah. Gorgeous.
It's been 3 years since Zach passed away. Although delighted to be expecting again, Michelle and Clive are taking every precaution to avoid another preterm labour.
I just always remind myself just to keep hoping for the best. You know, like, I can see good things coming, and I'm nearly afraid to say things like that out loud because I'm terrified that if I say something, you know, am I jinxing it?
When Michelle was about 14 weeks pregnant, I put a stitch into the cervix. So this is something that we do in patients who we suspect of having an incompetent cervix. So these may be patients who've had a previous very preterm delivery. And then you can see the stitch here. See that little white? That's at the end of the stitch. The hope is that the stitch is going to keep the cervix closed and prevent a preterm delivery. Ideally, we would like Michelle to get to 37, 38 weeks gestation, but obviously the main thing that we want is to get to a point where the baby will survive.
Thank you. Oh, look at this one.
We do a bit of everything. It's probably one of the only shops that you would get a bottle of Coke, a chicken fillet roll and a breast pump. At the moment, it's just Daddy on his own coming down. You know, he'll just buy the few bits he needs to buy and back up because he's conscious that they're only allowed there for a certain amount of time. You really miss the atmosphere of having the family members downstairs. Pre-COVID, when you have visiting allowed, and you know, you might see one nanny going up and buying her balloon and teddy, and then the second one go up and buy a slightly bigger one.
Dark hair on this baby.
In the delivery suite, Ciara's labour is progressing very quickly, although not quite fast enough for Ciara.
When is she gonna just come out?
Both Ciara and her mother Christine are eager to meet and name this new baby girl.
I came into the Rotunda and got the scan and found out I was having a girl. I was really hoping for a boy. I thought I was having a boy because it was totally different pregnancy to when I had Millie. I had to think of girls' names then.
I said, you're going to be in such pain that you're not going to know what's going on. And when they ask what the baby's name is, I'm going to say Christine. Come on, little Christine.
Yeah, I didn't want Christine.
She said, no.
See what way the baby is facing. Good position for delivery.
Well, I start showing her Shirley Temple films, so we put Heidi on.
And I loved the name, yeah. I loved Heidi then from that. So I ended up going with Heidi.
And you're fully dilated.
You're fully dilated, so you know, this is it, Ciara.
Well done. You might go out and tell Juby that I might have time to go to break. You go in there knowing that you're either going to get your break at 1 o'clock or you're going to get it at 5, and you just adjust to it. What can you do, you know? You're there to deliver the baby, like that's your responsibility. That's what you're going in to do, you know? You can't just say, I'm going for my break now. At the end of the day, that's our priority, to have a safe mother and a safe baby in labour. Yeah.
This is it.
Just go with it, Ciara, okay?
Go on. Go on.
You're doing a fantastic job.
Go on. Go on.
Love it. Well done, Ciara. The urge is there, just go with it. Well done.
No. The pain is just unbearable. Like when you're getting them contractions, it's just, you feel like it's never going to stop. I felt like just exploding. I just wanted to be thrown out the window. I would have much preferred that at that time.
Well done. If the pressure's there,
I just
go with
want
it.
a C-section.
No, you don't. Oh my God. You're mad. You're doing amazing.
You're doing great. This will be all over shortly.
When women are just about to deliver, they can just lose complete control. And I suppose we have to be the people there to reassure them that it's going to be okay and that they're going to be able to do it.
No, you don't. No.
Ciara, you're so close now.
You're doing great.
You've done all the hard work up to here.
You're doing great. Do you hear me? You really are.
Amazing.
You're doing great.
You're amazing.
You're doing great.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Rotunda's fit as fat.
Not to laugh, huh?
Yeah.
Rotunda's fat as midwife.
How long did you do it for the last time?
Don't know. All I know is it's a bit sore.
You're getting a bit shaky there.
Did I tell you I had a sore back?
Oh yeah, that's probably not the best thing to be doing.
No, it's not.
Clive and his wife Michelle have been worried about the possibility of having another preterm baby. Their son Zach died after complications due to his prematurity. With this pregnancy, Michelle has already reached 34 weeks.
What we've been told in the last few weeks is that he's 5.5 pounds now, so he's not going to get any bigger. We're just trying to keep him in the oven so he cooks a bit more and gets a bit fatter.
Michelle has a scan in the hospital today. But in line with COVID safety guidelines, Clive can't accompany her.
I'd like to be in there. I was kind of one of the lucky ones to get in for the big scan, the 20-week scan or whatever they call it. And then I know after a few weeks that they stopped that for a while, so I think that's a bit harsh on the parents, but overall I think it is the right thing. Like less people mixing together, especially in a tight room.
A lot of parents don't want to actually come back to the place where their child died. After Zach passed away, Michelle and Clive, they actually went ahead and started fundraising for the Rotunda Foundation, which is our charity arm of the Rotunda Hospital. They raised in excess of €15,000 for the neonatal intensive care unit. And to have that, resilience and dedication to their son, I think, is a great legacy that Zach has left behind.
They'll never forget the trauma they've experienced, of failed IVF cycles and of losing a child. But their dreams of bringing a baby home are beginning to feel more secure.
Before Michelle got pregnant, she turned into a tree hugger. That's all the only way I can describe it. She was doing these beach walks and 4 o'clock in the morning she was getting up out of bed and going to the beach and doing skinny dips and all this sort of stuff, or whatever they call it. She got into meditation. She was just kind of calling the earth, to be honest. That's the only way I can describe it. Nothing to do with me, but it worked. She just kind of became really relaxed and loves her job, and life was good. And it's funny because we were going to do IVF, and the week we were going in for IVF, she kind of found out we were pregnant. Like, you just wanted to be normal. Do you know what I mean? Just have the baby, have a few days in the hospital, make sure she's recovering well, and just go home, bring him home. That's it. Baby's not coming now, no?
No, he's not coming yet.
Right.
Yeah. We have a date.
Oh. Straight out. Now
Straight
start.
elbows. Okay.
Go.
Oh, God. Stop. How long did you get?
2 minutes.
Oh, you got about a minute and a half, did you not? No.
You got 12 seconds. If you were.
I'm hoping that you're 5 or 6 centimetres. You don't. It's 13 pounds.
Oh, well, that's probably why.
Yeah. Well, I was off as well, though.
Sick here. Go on.
Ciara's labour is still progressing very fast. Her mum Christine has had 4 children of her own. This is her first time being a birthing partner.
See the head there, Christine?
I couldn't see the head. And I kept thinking I was looking in the wrong place.
The baby has loads of dark hair.
Oh.
Dark hair on this baby.
I thought that was her private parts.
Oh, very Mary.
Well done. Okay, Ciara.
But it was only wherever way the baby turned the head.
And then she's all Ciara.
No! Go on, Ciara. Keep with it. Keep with it.
Push down, Ciara.
Go on, Ciara. You can. Go on. Push. The hardest push ever, Ciara. And he should be here. Go on, Ciara. She's just out. Ciara, keep pushing. Oh my God!
Well done.
It's a magical feeling when they get put on your chest and you're seeing them for the first time.
Well done. Excellent.
Look at her.
She wanted to do it herself, Ciara, and she did it. No epidural or anything. She just had a analgesia-free labour, and she was amazing.
Hey. Oh, you really have to give him the finger. The minute she came out, you sort of...
I snapped back.
Yeah, it was like you
Just wanted a shower. That's like me on both my pregnancies. Just wanted up and into the shower.
And then you can have a shower and all.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
I?
you can, yeah. Yeah, it's just too far away for you to labour in the shower.
Yeah.
And thank God you didn't get into it because we would have had the baby in the shower.
Yeah.
We would have, wouldn't we?
We would have. And you still didn't get your break.
Oh, God, I'm grand. Sure, I got a baby.
I will go back to work. Mila will be going to school soon, and Heidi will go into creche or down to our nannies. And I'll go get myself back on my feet and start up my life, adding to my life. Yeah.
God, she's a guzzler.
Did you get a photo of her? Don't get me, just get her.
Oh,
Ciara, you
you're
look
lovely.
great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, smile the twos.
I've seen really good times and not so good, obviously, in the last couple of years. Wearing masks and PPE every day is exhausting. Having to walk in through the door wondering who is asymptomatic and who doesn't even know that they have it. Seeing your colleagues getting COVID while you're working is Quite distressing for everyone, and it's just added stress that you don't really need, but you've just got through with it and just done it.
Now 37 weeks pregnant, Michelle came to the hospital today to have the stitch in her cervix removed. Her waters were then broken. After this, the position of the baby's head changed and the decision was taken to deliver this baby by C-section.
Because the waters were broken, the risk was that the cord could also come down alongside the hand, and obviously that would be very serious if that happened.
Michelle's husband Clive was at home. The last thing he expected was a dash back to the Rotunda to be there in time for the birth.
It was the second phone call that kind of scared me, going, oh, what are we in for now? Because obviously from previous what happened.
Hi, this is Annette in delivery suite. There's a guy coming called Clive. Will you send him straight up to the theatre to us on delivery suite? Grand, perfect.
Well, all exciting now, isn't it?
But you changing the
Yep. I sat on kind of a bar stool thing beside Shell and just gave her a little kiss and said everything all right, and then a nurse came up behind us going, your baby boy's about to be born.
Yep, lots of pressure now. Hello, baby.
It was literally, arse was on the chair for 2 seconds. The baby was here, so yeah, madness. And then it was like the Lion King straight over the little thing.
I can't even describe how I felt. I couldn't actually even see him properly through my tears. I just felt like I gave the first breath that I've taken in a long time. Like, I just felt massive relief.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know you were all cozy in there and we just plucked you out, didn't we?
It was literally a dream come true. It's something that I had imagined in my head for so long. I always believed I'd get there, and just being there and being in that moment was just incredible.
It's definitely Rio, is he?
It's definitely Rio.
That is beautiful. It suits him so much.
Yeah, and we just have Zed for his middle name.
What is it, Zed, is it?
Yeah, Rio Zed Ross.
After that?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. That is gorgeous.
He looks so like Zed.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh.
So well.
Thank you very much.
I need the epidural.
Leonie and her partner Dan have been in the delivery suite for the past 2 hours. They have known each other since their teens.
We first met each other when we were, I think we would have been 17 or so, yeah. I wasn't the type at the time to wear.
He wasn't ready. I seen him and I was like, oh my God, I was like, I like him. I'm just gonna go for it. And I just like, I was gonna go over to him and I was like, hey, I was like, my name's Leonie. And he just like, he was in the middle of a conversation with his friend and he was just like, I was like, right, I just got pied, nice.
Yeah, I knew she was a beautiful human being and I could not break a beautiful
He just
human
wasn't
being's
ready.
heart.
He was still in this kind of like, you know, party stages and all, and he just wasn't. It's like, I'll save her for
I
later.
was more focused on the soccer at the time I was. Then she trapped me. But yeah, I wouldn't leave her side till after that then. She became me baby, didn't she?
A year ago, they moved in together, but they weren't quite ready for an instant family.
It wasn't planned to have
twins. We're not that good.
I have two. Two little babies. Oh my God, really? Yeah.
The day in question that Leonie was saying that she found out about the twins, I was up a ladder and she called me.
I know, it's exciting news, isn't it? Oh my God.
I thought Leonie was trying to wind me up. I was like, you stop, lad.
Yeah.
And then
For like
she
constant 5 minutes. Give it over, Leonie. Like, come on, like, you know, is the baby all right? And the babies are okay, Dan. Like,
This is number 2. Okay.
2 babies or 3, did you say?
2.
Okay.
1 and 2.
I was like, 3 is more than enough.
I came down off the ladder and then I got a video and then I kind of just broke down in tears.
To comply with COVID safety guidelines, Dan could only be present for some of Leonie's scans.
It's difficult enough finding out you're pregnant and your whole life is changing, but to do it on your own, like with the appointments, stuff like that, like it's a big moment.
It's a special
like,
moment,
yeah.
you know, and I know it's like for single babies even it's a special moment, but to find out like for both of us to know that we're gonna have twins and in shock that we wouldn't even thought we were gonna have twins, like.
I won't feel these babies pushing out now, will I?
So you'll feel the pressure of your contractions. And that's normal. You want to be able to feel the pressure because you need to know when to help with pushing and stuff, okay?
There was one Saturday morning when we were working in the lab, we heard chainsaws going on, and there's a tree. The lab are very fond of it because it's the only thing green we can see from the lab. The guy had a chainsaw and he was cutting it down. I kind of said to him, I said, you do know you're cutting down a historical tree. And he kind of stopped then and looked at me, and I kind of said that in 1916, the leaders in the GPO were brought up to Rotunda and held in Rotunda, and they were chained to that tree. So he stopped cutting down the tree. I completely made up that story about the 1916 leaders, but it worked. The tree still stands.
Sarah and her partner Vishnu are expecting their first baby. When Sarah's contractions started, she was determined to stay at home for as long as possible.
I had a very strict idea in my head that I would be able to do the majority of it at home and then just kind of show up for the big finale in the Rotunda.
I know, she's very good.
We met in college. We met in 4th year in
You're not telling it right.
See, this is what happens all the time. When I start telling a story, Sarah would be like, no, you're not telling it right.
Hey Sarah, how are you? I'm Sharon, this is Fariel. I'm taking care of you. How are you getting on?
So we met before 4th year. We met when I was in 3rd year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Vishnu thought I was really obnoxious, and I thought he was kind of had to stick up his arse.
That's it. Well done. Well done.
Okay, take your time. Over a €2 coin for a glass of wine or something like that.
Yeah, I was a treasurer of a society in college, and I was in charge of making sure that people were paying their dues when they came in to drink the free wine.
Which I paid to Bridget Rankin.
But I didn't know this. Tiny little booties.
Oh gosh.
Did I ask you to leave? I can't remember.
No, you didn't ask me to leave.
No. Sarah's making a show of herself, so I think she automatically left after a while. But that was our first kind of meeting. That was 11 years ago.
Can't get rid of me. I'm like a bad rat.
You.
My fucking back is fucked.
Do you want to try on your knees? It would take the pressure off your back.
Yeah.
If you want to try it, and if you don't like it, we can always go back. You can still use the gas as you wish. Yeah, and you can go right at the bed there.
Oh my god, no, that's so much worse.
Is it?
Oh my god. I was in no way prepared for how painful it was. Absolutely not prepared for how painful. And how quickly it got really painful as well. Like a lot of people, I had been like, nah, I don't need an epidural. Like,
I got this.
I got this. I'll be fine. Like, I squat. I can do this. I think I'm going to go for the epidural, please.
Yeah.
And thank you.
No worries.
Wow, they're lovely flowers, aren't they? That's gorgeous. It's lovely.
No. Try getting your head down, Dad. You're up too long here.
Leonie and Dan were delighted to discover they were expecting a baby. But at the time, they'd no idea it would be twins.
I think the first time that we done the test, Leonie, when she was on her own, I think I had the 2 lines. So Leonie's like, oh, I'm definitely pregnant. And when we actually realised, now that meant you were having twins, so we should have known the whole time, but we actually didn't.
That doesn't mean you're having twins.
Doesn't that, no?
No. That's just...
You'd have a couple of bleeding lazy boys, like, wouldn't you? PlayStation or something, you know?
Leonie has been in labour for over 10 hours now. It's taking a lot longer than they'd hoped.
Fair enough.
All right. It's okay if I go ahead? Yes. So, a little bit of pressure, my love.
Probably still 4.
Okay, yeah, so 4.
4?
Yeah. Okay? Yeah.
You look around the walls, you're going, right, like, when is this baby going to come? So, like, Dan's like, will we do a few bets on your phone?
I was just trying to amuse her.
Yeah, why not? Like, come on, let's do it. Like, what else are we doing?
One of the jockeys fell off the horse. The horse was running around in circles on the manual.
What did you do to favour?
I done him in a treble, yeah. 4-1.
This your second one?
I was literally just doing it out of amusement, to be honest with you, like just trying to pass a half an hour or two.
So basically off €20 I made 1,000.
Dan got a few winners here.
We got a good few, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, you got the baby's look.
Got the baby's nappies for the next year though, but anyway.
The medical team are concerned about the progress of Leonie's labour.
When I'm looking after mums expecting twins, I often comment that you still have to consider the weight of 2 placentas or a single placental mass in the case of identical twins, plus the amniotic fluid in both sacs, and that is a lot for one uterus. You can imagine a prolonged labour and the pressure that that puts on a uterus and the risk of bleeding afterwards.
I'm coming to let you know, right?
When I examined Leonie, I noted that she hadn't progressed, unfortunately. So at that point in time, I recommended a caesarean section as this was the safest option for both her and her babies.
Caesarean, yeah?
Plenty of time there, these two.
Yeah.
She hasn't slept for basically 2 days either, to be honest.
They said, well, there's nothing else we can do here, like, nothing's happening. So they came in and they said, right, we're going to have to bring you in to theatre, and that was when it was scary.
Nothing hurt you. Okay?
So there's only, who is it? Carly, Robin and Caitlin is your bridesmaids?
And Tegan and Cody and Tori.
You've 6? Mother of God, does he have 6 best men? You don't know?
Leonie has been taken into theatre to be prepared for the birth of twins, Nina and Alvi, by C-section.
So I don't know where we heads are all together. I just can't wait to meet them and squish them, but in a good way.
Is okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Pressure. Keep pushing back. Hey! Congratulations, Leonie. You guys want to have a look?
When you hear the crying noise, it's like I've carried around a silent baby for 9 months, and now I get to hear like the voice.
When Alvi actually came out, I wanted to run to him, and at the same time I had to stay with Leonie, so it was like, okay, Leonie, and then where's Nina?
Hello.
Then Nina came out then, and I was overcome with emotions, and when I seen Leonie crying, then the baby's crying. I was like, Nina was like, what are you doing to me? What are you doing? That's exactly what she thought. She's like, what are you doing? In terms of the joy levels and all that, like one baby is like, you're up there, but with two, like it's just, you're over Mount
double the
Everest.
reward,
like. I'm trying to open your eyes. It's the most rewarding thing. It's like it was my calling in life, and I know it's Leonie's calling in life, but I just couldn't be happier with the two babies. They're two little beauties, and yeah, I give Leonie the girl. You okay, honey?
I know.
I couldn't imagine having one kid now, and the light that we have too. You can have a little gentleman and lady family.
Yeah, absolutely, babe.
And I wouldn't change it for the world, would you?
Ditto.
No, ditto.
Don't they?
Hey, baby.
Don't they, baby?
The luckiest man alive.
It's still not real to me. Overwhelmed. 100%.
Well done, Leonie.
Well done, babe. Couldn't have did it without
What are you
you.
doing? Huh?
After a few hours in labour, Sarah decided to get an epidural to help her cope with the contractions.
So the contractions are still like happening and everything?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
She doesn't feel them.
Second and third baby comes a little bit quicker usually, so.
Oh no, somebody's going for the snip.
Everyone to do it here though.
Yeah. They should have like a little recruitment like table outside. It's like vasectomy, vasectomy, vasectomy.
I always wanted kids. And equally, like for most of the time we've been together, we've had no money.
Yeah. I used to joke about, wouldn't it be cool if we were just like dinks, double income, no kids, and just like hang out.
But we had no income anyway, so.
Yeah, we had no income at the time, so let alone double income.
Sure. Do you want to feel reverse?
Yep. From my perspective, I was kind of happy with the status quo, so I wasn't actively thinking like, we should have a child, as like pushing it off as like, we'll talk about it after a 5-year wedding anniversary. And I just said that very, very flippantly, and Sarah obviously locked it away somewhere, and on the day of our 5-year wedding anniversary, it's like, do you know what you said?
Vishnu's parents live in India. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to visit because of the pandemic.
Oh yeah?
Grand. How's your mum?
Some good. Both them are cheering you on from India.
Is your mum in India?
Mum and dad.
Oh. And have they been to Ireland before?
Yeah. So I was with my folks here.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, for 4 years, and then they
like to come when they get too hot.
Yeah.
I think they always fantasize about the cold weather, and then they get here and they're like, it's very fucking cold.
They're wrapped up.
Yeah.
My mum and my dad, they absolutely love little kids, and they're always kind of be like, oh, can't wait for like a little grandchild and stuff. So they were absolutely delighted. It was really, really hard not physically being able to be with them. My mum was like, if only I could have just come over, moved in, I could just be cooking and helping out and stuff. But
there was never any question that we were having an Indian baby. My spice tolerance went up so high. All I wanted to eat all day was just jalapenos.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Amaya, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, and your son?
Vishnu.
Nice to meet you.
It was lovely to meet you, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks
So nice to meet you. Take care.
Most of the times they are asking us how long it's going to take. But at the end, as I told to Sarah, the birth time is totally unpredictable and things can change really quick.
Yeah, so you are 6 centimeters. Yeah, well done.
I did nothing.
Oh, definitely you are doing. That's great.
Some good news. Your belly button's gone back inside.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep. Thought you'd like to know that.
Yeah, that is good news.
Yep.
Clive is back in the Rotunda to collect Michelle and new baby, Rio.
We were 8 years until we had Zach, and then 12 years in total until we got to Rio. So our whole married life has been about trying to have a baby, and it's just great.
The last time, obviously, we were in the hospital and it didn't go right, and Zach came out a different way, but it was just relief. Yeah, he'd be 4 next month. We go to the zoo every year for Zach's birthday, but I'm literally in and out in 5 minutes. We go in, we buy a teddy, we go to the wishing chair, leg it. But actually this time we're going to have a little picnic and stuff like that because it's completely different. So we're evolving, and years will change, but he'll always be there, like, you know, always.
Finally. I can't believe we're actually bringing a baby home.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great job.
Okay, good. So we are 8 centimeters, okay?
8
So
centimeters?
that's really good, yeah. And my lady, she's 8, and it's make 2, like nearly 3.
Okay, very thick, is it?
It's getting, yeah, thick enough, yeah.
Is it contractions or nausea?
Nausea.
You getting the shakes with the nausea?
Oh, yeah.
I think Sarah's partner, it's a really supportive mom. Definitely during labor, you need a good support of your partner, and I think they are an amazing couple.
The sound reminds me of the trains in India.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You'd be like trying to doze away to sleep, and then you just have like the sound of the carriages.
Can I go ahead?
Yes. Yep.
Look at me.
I feel nothing.
Yeah. That's lovely. Great, so let's meet this lovely girl.
Okay.
I'm trying to do 3, right?
Yeah, so first a deep breath, then a really long big push, then a deep breath, really long big push again, deep breath, and a really long big push again. Okay. Yeah? Perfect.
You got this.
Oh, definitely you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Lisa, I want to start in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so take a deep breath and give me a really long big push. That's it, well done.
Keep going,
That's
keep going.
it, that's
keep
it, that's
going.
it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it.
I love that stuff. I love somebody else
Like pushing
screaming
you
or be like, you're
yeah.
almost there, you got one more.
That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it,
Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing.
That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Longer, 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 longer.
Now, Maya, I love. Maya, I'm like, she has a future career training Olympian.
Amazing, that's it, that's it. Oh, you're brilliant. Well done. Now take a deep breath and go again. Come on. That's a good one. Oh my God, you're nearly there. That's it. Well done. That's it.
I've been a midwife for 6.5 years. I used to own a bookshop. I was a funeral singer, I was a wedding singer, and I taught guitar. And I was a sales rep. I owned a newsagent's shop. I was a waitress, and I worked in an insurance company. I think that's about all the jobs I had. This is my favourite job. Nearly every time a baby's born, even still, I get a lump in my throat. So I used to be terrible. I used to cry an awful lot when they were born, but I don't anymore now because I have too much documentation to do.
That's it. Well done.
Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Well done, Sarah.
Got a little tuft of black hair just sticking out.
Hello.
When like part of her hair just kind of like peeked out, I was like, wow, she is almost here.
Do you want to touch the head?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. Yeah, there.
So squishy.
Well done. So we're getting very close now. Okay, my love, you're doing amazingly well.
Well, there's a giant head sitting in my vagina.
The pushing was getting really hard. It's very strange because for something you can't feel, it does exhaust you.
It's now over 70 minutes since Sarah began pushing. The baby is showing signs of distress, and the midwives are hoping that the birth happens as soon as possible.
Mentally, I was kind of aware that this had been going on a while. It's obviously not great for your baby to be sitting in a birth canal forever.
Come on, go for it, Sarah.
Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. Oh, so close.
That's it, really good. All right, okay.
Not too small piece.
Yeah.
With the neck.
Yeah. Yeah. She was pushing for a long time and baby was getting a little bit tired. We thought that maybe it was beneficial to give her an episiotomy. That's a little cut. To speed a little bit more. What do you think? Yeah? All right.
You won't feel anything. Basically, it's just to have a little bit of more room.
Nico, he had repositioned my legs and I could feel her. I can distinctly remember feeling her pass through the birth canal.
There's one coming, is there?
Yeah.
You can see baby coming. Go for it.
Go for it, Sarah.
I really didn't want an episiotomy. I know
Well done, Sarah, that's it. Stop pushing, stop pushing. Well done. Oh my goodness. Well done. Okay. I didn't give you any cut, okay?
The pain's still there. Go for it.
Well done, okay? And give me a little push. I love that moment of the labor. I even sometimes push with them. Well done. Well done.
Look at her.
326.
She came out just covered in poo. I think like maybe 2 seconds, and I think it was the longest 2 seconds to hear her cry.
Oh, hello, little one. Hello.
Hello.
Sarah suffered from really, really bad heartburn. And like I think one of those old wives' tale is, you know, it's gonna have a hairy baby.
Yeah.
But like we never really paid much heed to that. But when she came out with all of that hair, it's like, okay, that's the heartburn.
Yeah.
You had heartburn during contractions as well.
Yeah, I thought it was such a disgrace that I could feel the heartburn with an epidural. No wonder I was in so much pain.
Already I was head over heels, so she's completely charmed our lives.
Like the love is it's indescribable. Like, bitch, have you seen her ears? She's got real hairy little ears. Oh, look at their ears.
That moment when she just looks up at you and be like,
And she
"Hi."
focuses on your face. It's the most amazing thing. And like what I find amazing is that it makes me love you more. Yeah, it's like our little baby that we made together, you know. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
But yeah, it's amazing. Like it's so much better than I could ever have anticipated. You know, it's she's perfect. She's absolutely the best thing we've ever done.
Welcome to the Rotunda, the longest running maternity hospital in the world and the busiest in Europe.
We're here! Woohoo!
It has seen the birth of close to 1 million Dubliners, and this year, some 25 new babies have been added to that number every day.
Black hair just sticking out.
Hello!
Oh my god!
I know.
Since this series started filming in 2017, some 35,000 new Irish citizens have been born here. In this episode, we revisit some of the families we met.
This don't feel good.
It's coming out. You don't want the baby to come out and fall on the ground.
Happy birthday!
To find out what happened next. Back in 2019, Jing and Christy arrived into the delivery suite at the Rotunda for the birth of their first baby.
We met online,
We
actually.
actually met on a dating site, yeah.
Yeah, it's online. It's like
Asian.
15 years ago.
15 years ago, yeah. And then we just went to the cinema then. And
Yeah, it was nature, yeah.
Yeah, it just
nature,
clicked
yeah.
straight away kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
How was the pregnancy then? Did you find it hard? Or?
We didn't know, she was 12 weeks gone, we didn't even know.
Stop.
We tried her nearly 10 years.
Trying, yeah,
Oh,
her cycle was
guys.
not regular. You thought you were gaining weight. She was actually in the gym, working out, and she bought like this fit belt because she was putting on a bit of a small belly, and she was
Yeah.
like pumping iron in the gym. And she came home and I was saying to her, she was saying she's getting very chesty. I said,
Yeah.
I think you might be pregnant. I said, she said, no,
I
it
said,
can't
no
be.
way, can't
No,
be.
no,
It's not
it
yours.
can't be. I said, I think you are. So she actually just went into the toilet and tried. Actually got your pregnancy test kit
Yeah.
in the Euro shop.
€1.50. I didn't spend too much money for my kids.
So she tried like 3 of them and then they were all positive. First thing I heard was a scream.
I was like, Chrissy, come here. You know when I
You're in
open my
trouble.
mouth?
You're in trouble. This is
Yeah.
good. I was waiting for this.
After a few hours in labour, Jing had decided to get an epidural.
Well done, Jing. That was
super.
Brilliant, yeah.
I thought after epidural, the baby come out automatically. I swear to God. I thought after, oh great, just lay down there, probably baby come out because
Crawl-
10 fingers,
crawl-
10
No.
fingers open already, she come out. Eventually, I just relax a bit.
Your big deep breaths, well done. She had progressed really fast. We would expect people to go a bit more slowly, especially on their first baby, but Jing bombed it from when she came in. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Big breath in and big push down again, Jing. That's it.
Oh, brilliant.
Well done.
Super.
Keep going, Jing, well done.
Jenny told me we'll be taking average 1 hour and 1.5. I was like, oh my God.
Nothing.
I said, no way. I said, no way. I do my best. I will do my best.
Well done, you're doing great, you're doing great. Great, and one more push if you have it.
That's
Big strong push, that's it. That's it, keep going, keep going.
I was actually looking at her head and her face was going really purple and I was going, oh my God,
God.
strong woman here. And you just see the willness in her, just to, you know, the fight you could see in her. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't want the
I was
baby
actually talking to her
suffer, you know.
fair play, I said, you're doing great, jeez.
Jing, big breath in and a big push down. Well done.
That's it.
That's
She's
it.
nearly out now, baby.
And
She's
breathe.
out.
Oh, and breathe.
Wow.
Hello, lovely.
Wow.
Now, Baba.
Ah.
At 14:24. Let's give you a roll. Hello.
Oh my God.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
What am I doing today?
It's okay,
She's perfect.
it's okay.
Hello,
She's just-
lovely.
Oh my God. She look like me.
Yes.
Hello, lovely.
gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Now, lovely.
Oh. Hello, Millie. Hello, baby.
Millie.
Talk to Mum.
Millie. You best girl. Mommy love you, baby.
Oh
my God.
Thanks.
Little baby. It's okay, Millie. It's okay, Daddy and Mommy. Millie.
We were wondering what the mix would be like, obviously, you know.
with
I knew it would be dark
eyes,
hair.
yeah.
I was saying it would be brown eyes, and she was now blue. And she was like me, said, you probably have your lines on your forehead, or your freckles.
double chin.
Or your freckles, or your double chin.
She got everything. Oh, Birdie doesn't get everything.
She got a mix of both.
Oh my God. It's like Daddy's
Big
hand.
hands.
Oh my goodness.
Mammy's little nose, cute little nose.
Oh my God, my nose, Jesus.
Why?
Bottom nose, no nose.
Stop.
She now look like Daddy at all.
I don't know. It's like mission complete,
It's-
isn't it?
yeah. Mission Impossible.
Missing Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom
I'm not Tom Cruise.
Cruise.
Daddy's so good.
You know, I have to learn how to be a parent. You know, for me, I don't even know how to change a nappy. I'm
forgot. Millie's full of energy. Love to risk. You love to take risk. No problem. Constant go, go, go.
Bubbly and yeah.
She's just go, go, go. She doesn't like to have a rest or just relax, chilling. No, she like to do her things. Very cheerful girl she is. Yeah, compare Mama. I'm off smoothie anyway, so so a different personality. And she take her personality from that. Honest with you, definitely she is a little average girl. She's a little average Colin.
She'd be daddy's girl, yeah.
Daddy's princess.
Will you be more strict?
I'm more strict. Yeah, more strict.
If I come home, she says you bowl all day, I would behave yourself.
Yeah, oh, she have to. Otherwise, I'll be like this in the bum, on the bum. If I had a bad day, you can see my face at the job. And she's like, Dada, Dada. Oh,
Save me.
Yeah, save me, please.
I just say that if she is bold, you speak to her in Chinese, so I can't understand.
Since having Millie, Jing has graduated as a qualified accountant.
When Millie born that year, that was my final year in my college. I was doing my finance accounting degree at that time. Sometimes I have no energy. When you're really low mood and after you give birth, your body is in bits and you just no energy. But you have to tell yourself, you can do that.
You're stronger than you think.
Yeah, you have to believe yourself. It's strong in your mind. And I can see I did really well. I got 2.1, and that's a huge challenge for me. Huge achievement. Come on. I want her in the future, if Millie can say from her mama, look, my mom can do this in her age, in her that late 30s age, and she can do anything as well. That's a model. That's a role model for her.
Yeah.
Have to be tough, girls.
Jing is certain that she has no intention of having any more children.
Oh, you actually said, would you like to have another?
No. I'm done.
Listen, we're
I'm
of
40 years
age
old,
now,
thank you.
so I says, listen, we have one, we're blessed with that, so listen, we just...
Don't get greedy, come
Yeah,
on. I have to say, we never really fight for the last 10 years. We were together, married 10 years, never had a fight.
Never really.
Since I had a meeting,
easy going, we
constantly fight like that, constantly. He take loads of shit from me, honest with you. I'm a bit selfish, honest with you. I'm a bit selfish. I look after myself first. I have to make sure I have my hair done, my makeup done before me to get dressed.
Yeah, I'll be like the last minute. I'll be like a woman. I'll be the
last
last
minute.
minute.
About that.
Getting everything
Are you
ready.
ready, Christy? Go.
And she'd be going, are you not ready yet? And she'd be glammed up and I'd be like, look, mistake me.
It doesn't matter, you're not important. You only carry the bags.
Exactly, yeah. You do it.
2 years ago, we met Stacy Jean and her husband Alan in the Rotunda. When they first met, they had their eyes on a different prize.
We met back in 2010 at the Ladies' Day of the Tremor races. So we don't count the day at the races as our first date because it was only kind of towards the end of the night that we realised that there was a bit of a spark there.
Yeah.
We had our first kiss that night.
Yeah, you were trying to set me up with your best friend.
I was trying to set you up, but it doesn't really set a romantic tone when you're trying to hook you up with somebody else.
He was very confident.
Some would say overly confident.
Very confident and funny. He was very, very funny, to be fair. Very early on, I think, we discussed a family and said we realised we wanted the same thing, we had the same morals and that, and we wanted children, both of us kind of did.
We just expected that we'd get pregnant pretty quick and like everybody else that we'd get married and maybe go on honeymoon and, you know, conceive there, have a baby and, you know, 9 months later. You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
The couple soon became aware that Stacy Jean's previous medical issues were affecting her ability to conceive.
Growing up in that, I always had stomach pain and that, and then my appendix burst and destroyed one of my fallopian tubes as well when that happened. So we knew there was going to be some issues, we just didn't realise there was as many issues.
Over the next 5 years, Stacy Jean had multiple pelvic surgeries, followed by 3 IVF treatments to try to conceive.
It's a cool world out there, you know, if you can't have kids. We were at a wedding And I remember that Stacy's sister-in-law was asking just routinely about how everything was going and with the IVF and everything. And it took me a while before I realised that I kind of twigged with me that she might be pregnant. I thought she was kind of testing the waters just about how she'd break the news. Like, they were very apprehensive about telling us. And they told us, and we were delighted, and we were so happy for them. We really were, and we hugged and we kissed and everything. And later on that evening, I remember, and I'll never forget it, we went out for a dance on the dance floor. And suddenly we just looked at each other and we were both crying. And we kind of, everybody else was happy, and it was real kind of like a surreal moment where it was just the two of us, and we could have been on the dance floor on our own at the time. And I remember we said to each other, look, we'll give each other the rest of the dance. We'll cry and we'll hug and nobody will notice. And then when the song is over, we'll clean ourselves up and we'll go back and everything will be fine. And we did. And we were delighted. Like, we were delighted for them, but we were sad as well. You all right? So, but yeah, you okay?
No worries.
At last, after almost 5 years of trying to have a baby, their third IVF treatment was successful.
3 o'clock in the morning, I was woken up to a positive pregnancy test. You're meant to do it after 2 weeks. Stacy never waits the 2 weeks.
Very hard.
We were delighted, and I've never seen a happier pregnant woman in my life. Stacy was just so happy.
Yeah. But I still don't think I'm letting myself believe it until I have the baby there and everything is okay.
You might feel a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay. You're okay. You're not too bad. Speak too much. You're not too bad. Okay.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Let's see, what have we got, guys? What have we got? It's we're right. Congratulations, both of you.
It was worth it all, wasn't it? We were so blessed just to get pregnant with the IVF and that. We had pretty much said that that would have been our last round, and thank God we did it when we did it and it worked.
Their little girl Alana Jean is now 2 years old. Soon after she was born, Alana Jean became very unsettled.
When she was born, she cried and she didn't stop crying. I knew from day one that she wasn't right in herself. After a few weeks, she was losing weight and wasn't able to eat properly, and her body was getting smaller and her head was getting bigger. And she was just uncomfortable, and anytime she'd cry or something, I was like, there's something wrong, there's something not right. I don't like the way she is like this. And at the beginning, everyone's like, no, that's normal, that's babies, that's the way babies are. And I was like, going, no, there's something wrong here, this isn't normal. I wanted someone to listen.
To be honest, I wasn't probably as supportive as I should have been at the time. I was of the opinion that babies cry and that this is what it is now. I remember back 20 years ago, my sister had issues and, my sister had issues and colic and that, and I was kind of just putting it down to that kind of stuff.
No?
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Stacy brought her into the doctor one day and you could see it on the chart that her head really was getting a lot bigger, than it should have been. I could see the worry in the doctors a little bit, which was a big cause of concern. She struggled to feed, she wasn't putting on weight.
Say hi, Granny. Go see the swings and the seesaw?
She had issues with her feet as well.
Her body's hypersensitive, so any touch at all upset her and gave her pains, like pins and needles all over her body.
Muscles didn't react when she was born, so she wasn't able to move her hands and her legs, so she wasn't able to hold herself or anything. Literally from her head to her toes, there was an issue with something.
At 10 months, some of Alana Jean's issues were discovered to be related to a severe cow's milk allergy. A medical team has helped her since the diagnosis. Her diet was changed, and now Alana Jean continues to thrive.
Once we knew and learned what it was, then we learned to work with it. She's thriving, she's happy, she's so happy. She's a mini Alan, so she is in every way. She looks like Alan, she walks like Alan.
She does have a big Burke head in her, to be fair to her. Like, we couldn't have asked for better, and I know every parent thinks that. They're like, oh, our one is more special than everybody else's, but she is more special than everybody else's, you know? Like, oh, I want her to be, don't grow up full of herself, but she definitely will be, because I tell her every day that she's amazing. It's not just that she looks like me, she is a gorgeous little thing.
Everything has been fulfilled. I've had everything I wanted, my dreams and more have come true.
Just the three of us, it's like our own little team now.
The second pregnancy would be a bonus, get to do everything again. I can't even let myself think like that. But yeah, at the moment...
We're happy. Yeah, we're happy.
You had a cesarean section before?
Yes.
Okay.
In 2019, Sinman came into the hospital experiencing a lot of pain at just 35 weeks pregnant. The doctors were concerned about the baby, so decided on an emergency delivery by C-section.
I told them about a stitch I had this morning after breakfast, just as a precaution. They're afraid that the uterus might be kind of weakening.
Have you got somebody coming in with you? No, just me.
Her husband Ian was on the other side of the world, on a business trip in Miami.
Yeah.
I flew out on a Sunday and I woke up to a text on the Monday it was when you were getting all your scans and stuff done, saying, guess where I am? And it's like, what?
Great. So we're just going to let that dry, okay? And whenever that's dried, then we'll cover you over, then we'll check again. We were just chatting about the scar, and we're going to go through the scar that Oscar was born through, okay?
2.5 years ago, Sinman and Ian had their first child, Oscar, who has the fetal abnormality spina bifida. This affects bowel and bladder function and can leave the child with little or no ability to walk unaided.
It never occurred to us that anything could be wrong. So once we started researching and just seeing all the children who have spina bifida and are happy, and you wouldn't change them for the world. So it was literally just, say, about a week of
horror,
trauma. Yeah. But after that, we haven't looked back.
This baby, another boy, also has the diagnosis of spina bifida.
Spina bifida is a condition where a baby, while developing in the womb, has a hole in the spine. When there's a hole in the base of the spine, it exposes the delicate nerve fibers to the damage from the amniotic fluid. And if those nerve fibers get damaged, the baby can lose the power in the legs and also lose power in the bladder. So a baby can be born without the ability to walk and without control of the bladder.
3 months previously, Sinman had travelled to Belgium to undergo pioneering surgery on the baby while he was still in the womb. The surgery repaired a lesion or gap in the baby's spine, in the hopes that this will reduce the effects of spina bifida and give him normal body function.
This is the extent of the lesion, and it was about 3 centimetres wide, so it was quite a wide lesion on the lower back. Once they had repaired the nerves and covered over the nerves, they then created a skin flap.
You doing okay there? You feeling all right? Yeah? Excellent. Oh, so there's the waters are gone. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, hello there.
Hello.
So do you want to hold up,
I
baby?
will indeed, please.
Here we go. So now, got him?
Hello.
Oh, here. Look, hello. How are you? How are things? He looks great, doesn't he? He's gorgeous. Lovely. Congratulations. He looks fantastic.
The baby will be examined in the neonatal intensive care unit, but before that, Sinman gets to hold her little boy, named Rufus, for the first time.
We really wanted to kind of get off to as good a start as possible. So skin to skin was really important to me, so I got that.
Hello.
Within hours of his birth, an examination reveals very positive signs that the surgery Rufus had while he was in the womb has been successful. Any benefits will only be revealed in the long term.
Definitely brought us closer together. Like
Yeah.
it went all the kind of even through like the toughest times.
We know each other fairly inside out now, so that when you do have those bad times or those lumpy times, you know, we're able to, you know,
see beyond it.
See beyond it.
Rufus was transferred to CHI at Temple Street for further assessment. Sinman remained in the Rotunda to recover from her C-section.
You see Daddy tomorrow?
There's just a lot of machinery. I'll see him in a few hours. It'll be grand.
Rufus spent 5 days in CHI at Temple Street, and then Sinman, Ian, and older brother Oscar got to welcome him home.
We got home and we had the two of them, we had one each.
Yeah.
Take out of the
Yeah.
car and...
And then Oscar just wanted to hold him the whole time. He's like, you know, can I
There's
hold
so
him? And
many
then
photos of
it's just
Oscar holding him.
You know, he's just kind of touching, like as gentle as anything, really. And the two of them just bonding straight away.
Yeah.
You know,
Hasn't stopped.
hasn't
Yeah.
stopped. You know, maybe not as gentle now as they were
know,
once
yeah.
were, but yeah.
Rufus is now 2 years old, and big brother Oscar is 4.
Rufus wouldn't be the child he is now without having had the surgery. Do you know, it is that kind of moment in your life that you kind of think back on that's just changed everything. Like,
He does have mobility in his legs. He's, you know, he's got feeling all the way down to his toes.
but he is crawling
He's
and
climbing.
moving around just at a kind of
Slower.
slower rate than, say, a typically
Yeah.
growing child. He's the one that will be up on the couch on the windowsill before you even know it.
Yeah.
He will be inside every cupboard, have everything taken out. He has been a terrible influence on Oscar.
Yeah.
He's dying to get a go in the wheelchair. So anytime he gets the opportunity, he's trying to climb up into it. And it's kind of teaching him that, no, you have your wheels.
Yeah.
And Oscar has his wheels. But ever since he got his motorbike, it's just, you know, he's got his own wheels and he can fly around like Oscar can.
Yeah.
Both boys have certain kind of routines that we use for the toilet, that when we're out and about, we will need accessible bathrooms. Kind of the overarching kind of hope that we have for them is that the world that they live in is more inclusive. You go to places like playgrounds where, you know, you're looking at the planning and you're thinking, what were they thinking?
Yeah.
You know, the ground surface is completely inaccessible to wheelchairs or buggies even, you know. It's heartbreaking seeing them go somewhere and then think there's nothing they can play with. So we're trying to start that at home by making our home as accessible for them as possible, making sure they can do what they want to do and encourage them to always kind of do their best at what they put their hand to.
Get them into the mindset that they can achieve what they want to achieve. And for us to give them the support now, so that when they are older, they're like, well, you know, nothing's held me back to this date. Why should it start holding me back now?
In 2019, parents of two, Kira and Mickey, were referred to the Rotunda for a fetal assessment scan. When they first met, Kira was keen to make an early impression.
I texted him.
Yeah, you did, that's right. What time?
6.
On a what?
On a Saturday night.
On a Sunday morning.
Did you get any rest last night? No. It's just the discomfort.
We went for an early scan.
I need to take a closer look, she said, because she said it seems there's 2. And I said, sorry, what?
Yeah. And I started laughing. Kira didn't.
So, Lucy? Yeah. And this is Eevee here. I think that's the best we can do of the two of them. The two of them together. Eevee's bum on Lucy's head.
I was thinking, God, 3 kids under 2. Like, how will I cope? That's what I was thinking. And then I went for my 16-week checkup and they scanned me. That's when we got the news.
At their local hospital, during a routine scan, they were told some devastating news.
She basically sort of said, your little baby's not, he's going to die, was the term, was the words we used. Your little baby's going to die, and that's the words that stuck in my head.
All of this dark area here is the amniotic fluid belonging to Eevee, so this is quite increased. We wouldn't normally see this degree of amniotic fluid. So we can say, compared to Lucy, that she is lacking the skull bone.
I was given the diagnosis that I was carrying the baby with anencephaly.
Anencephaly is a failure of formation of the fetal skull bones, and this leaves the brain tissue exposed. And so essentially what it means is that ultimately the baby has minimal or no residual brain tissue left. Now obviously this is a very serious abnormality, and unfortunately one that means that a baby cannot survive for any significant length of time after delivery.
It sounds selfish now, but I couldn't think. I could only focus on the news I was given, like, you know. And everyone would say to me, like, you know, you're going to have to, you know, stay healthy and, you know, you still have a healthy baby in there. But it took over, you know. I just felt sick every time I thought of it.
It was just filled with worry then. There was no excitement, there was no looking forward to it, and it was, like, my whole head was, like, we just had to, always through it, you just had to get through it.
At just 32 weeks, Kira went into early labour. Their twin girls, Lucy and Eevee, were delivered by emergency section.
They had to rush me to theatre. But there wasn't even any time to give me the epidural or the spinal block, so they had to knock me out, which I didn't want because, obviously, Eevee. So...
They had no option.
They had no option because the baby, I was fully dilated, the babies are coming.
Eevee, sadly, passed away shortly after birth.
It was an hour and 6 minutes. She was alive.
But she waited till I came round.
She did, yeah.
So, that was nice. I was delighted to see her then still alive. and to get a few minutes even with her.
Yeah.
As soon as she was born, Lucy was admitted to the neonatal ICU. The Rotunda Foundation arranged for Eevee and Lucy's hand and footprints to be taken and preserved.
I'm sorry, chicken. I know. I'm so sorry. That's it, sweetheart. That's it. All done. It's all about making memories. I mean, they started off together so that every memory that you make, as much as we can, we include Eevee and Lucy. So, like the clay prints, Mum and Dad would have them together. Now, I might do your toes first. Now, chicken. Good girl. Ah, that's perfect.
They brought Eevee out to me and I was there, and I spent the time talking to her and telling her about, telling her about who I was, who her mum was, and her brother, her sisters, and I said about granny, and, grandparents and cousins, and I told her about the dogs, but I wanted her to know all the things. Even though she was only there for an hour, she was somebody, and this is what she would have been.
All done. Lovely. So that's the two of them, so Lucy and Eevee.
There's not that much difference in the hands.
No.
I thought Lucy's was going to be a lot longer.
Okay.
We knew they were not going to get much opportunity to share anything, so we hadn't thought about middle names for them, so we called it was Lucy May Brennan and then Eevee May.
Perfect.
This side?
Yeah.
It's okay like this?
Yeah, perfect. Hello, little woman. Hello, little woman. No. Lucy Goosey. You saying hi? I'm exhausted. Yes. She's worth it. I see you. I do. I do. Yes. Yeah. Say hi.
We went in to the hospital with, expecting twins. We actually left the hospital 3 days later with no babies. And Lucy didn't come home she's there for 10 weeks.
It's all a bit of a blur, really, because we were just so busy up and down with Lucy in ICU. And it was only until you kind of get home then that you start relaxing and it kind of hits you, because it was so intense.
Hi, Lucy.
It was great excitement. Hallie and Annalie coming in to see her in the Moses basket in the sitting room for the first time, yeah. I think she was always such a little toughie. She was so tough from the word go, like. Even though she was so small, she was so fierce, like.
Yeah. Yeah. You thinking? Come on.
In her first year, Lucy developed some issues with her breathing, which is common in infants born prematurely.
The wheels on the bus go round and look at her rather jack face. The mammies on the bus go shh, shh, shh.
Up until this point now, Lucy's been a bit of a lone wolf. Lucy does what she wants when she wants and does not entertain anybody else. And don't get me wrong, she can be affectionate out there when she wants to be, but 9 times out of 10, Lucy just does what she wants, where she wants to go.
She just does her own thing. She's gas. She just leave her alone and she's happy as Larry then. Bit of food, a bit of drink, and just let her do her own thing.
Bit like her dad.
So, this is Lucy's hands and feet. I actually forgot how small they were myself. It's just something we'll always have. It's just one memory we kind of made together with them. And these are Eevees.
It's something you don't get a second opportunity at. Do you know what I mean? You look at them now, like they're absolutely tiny, and obviously Eevee's no longer here. So, you know, you don't get opportunities to do anything like that now. And then to be able for the hospital, that charity, to provide them was absolutely brilliant, because it's not something you really push at the time or want to make an issue of, but at the same time now you look back at it and you look at them and you're like, Jesus, still have them.
On our birthday, we were a bit indecisive, weren't we, of whether you didn't want to celebrate. You didn't want to celebrate Eevee's birthday on the girls' birthdays.
No, I wanted to do 27th of April was Lucy's and Eevee's birthday, but I wanted to celebrate Eevee's day as May Day, like the first day of May. Purely because that was the day we really said goodbye to her, but also I wanted Lucy to have her birthday as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it goes without saying, like, whether you're going to celebrate it or not, you're always going to think about it. Like, yes, that's the day they were brought into the world, but that's the day we did say goodbye to Eevee.
Here we go, Veronica.
Back in 2018, we met 32-year-old mother of 3, Nicola, who had reached D-Day for baby number 4.
Nicola came over to me for induction. She was an induction because her waters were reducing, so the doctors in clinic felt that she was better off having an induced labour.
Nicola's mother, Kay, will be her birthing partner. Her husband, Emmanuel, will join them once the baby is born.
My husband, he would stay outside, he'd pray for the whole time that the baby comes out safe. I get through it perfect, but it's more of a mother's place, I think.
You come on ahead and you can't surely.
I felt comfortable that, for her to be there actually serves a better purpose than me being there.
Nice meeting you.
Hello. I had 7 babies, 4 boys and 3 girls, and they were very normal deliveries. I never really took anything for the pain. I'd nearly be able to tell him, this is a boy, that's a girl. Boy, girl. I knew the difference of them inside me. The little girls were very gentle, like butterflies. But the boys, I was getting boys' kicks. Little footballer.
And they have a name?
Larkin.
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 Larkin, that's lovely.
Larkin, because my dad died only 10 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm very
so his
sorry
name
to
was
hear that.
Larkin.
Nice way to remember him.
Yeah, nice.
I used to go for his appointments with him, all of his chemotherapies and everything. And he knew I was carrying a boy because I brought him for the private scan. And he seen the baby in the scan, so that made him happy before he went as well.
You're all right here, sweetheart.
Nicola has taken no pain relief during labour, and now her contractions are getting very intense.
Can't be long more, nurse. Nurse, can't be long more, sure I can't. Please God.
Oh, my stomach is killing me. Go to bed or something.
What do you want to do? No, wait, hold on.
No, are you feeling anything
Hold on,
down
yeah.
below? No.
Are you sure?
Okay. Nice deep breaths,
No.
nice deep breaths. Well done.
I think she's feeling a bit of pressure yonder.
Are you feeling pressure?
I think it's pressure she's feeling. Now, yeah. I would have loved to be a midwife. I find I can cope and be there for people when they need them, And I mean, I've often told nurses and the ladies that was assisting that the baby is nearly ready to come, and one of them even said back to me, "No," they says, "not for another hour." And within a quarter of an hour, the baby's born.
Okay, Nicola. This will help some. Guys, I think I might be coming soon.
Okay.
What's wrong?
I don't feel good.
Is it coming
You're
out?
all right, you're okay, you're okay, you're all right, you're okay.
Mommy.
She feels it coming.
You're
okay,
nice deep
sweetheart.
breaths, nice
Deep breaths in and out. Of course you can't. No, I have you.
Careful, just mind yourself, don't
You
go
can't.
off the bed, okay?
You don't want the baby to come out and fall on the ground.
Ma, stop it, please, Ma. Ma, please.
I'm here with
Nicola,
you.
come on, we get you up into the bed, come on.
You
Lift your
have to
legs
move up. That's ridiculous. Look.
Come on, lift your legs
Come on,
into
lift
the
your
bed.
legs. Come on, your bum up, push up.
I can't, guys.
Nicola, you
Wait
don't want.
for a minute.
Do you want the baby to fall on the floor?
I won't fall on the floor. She'll get him.
She won't catch him if she can't. Look, she only smell that girl. Deep breath. No, yeah, it's okay. Deep breaths in and out.
It happened very quickly. The last point I examined her, she was 8 to 9 and the head did still have a bit to come. And we were kind of getting the bed ready for an instrumental if needs be. And all of a sudden it was visible.
Oh, you have, get him out. Come on, yeah. You're all right. You're all right, come on, that's it. Come on, you're all right. Yeah. Come on, yeah, he nearly has it. Stop it. Nicola.
Baby's head is out.
Do you want the head of the bed flat?
Look.
Want the head flat?
Relax.
Baby's fine.
They're nearly there, look. One more push, sweetheart.
Nicola was getting very, very distressed. You know, her mother was trying to keep her calm. My manager was trying to keep her calm.
Help him to get out.
I'm waiting for a contraction. I can't, Mum.
Okay, it's all right, love.
Okay, Mum, you better be quiet.
Oh, God. She give me a hiding. My little baby's sitting there waiting. He's waiting. Like, come on, that's it. He has him. Oh, look.
1734. Oh, you did everything. You were brilliant.
Thank you very much. Oh, you're very good.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, gorgeous. Manuel, come up to the delivery suite quick. Congratulations. Your little boy is born.
Thanks.
She took nothing. I said her all the time. When?
Dad Emmanuel's prayers have been answered. Baby Larkin has arrived safe and well.
I mean, once I see the kid, oh, welcome. That's it.
Congratulations.
Thanks. At times I do hide my emotions, but deep inside, it's just something that was so strong. It was a stray. You can't describe it, actually. That's just the way it is.
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Despite the trauma of the labour, Nicola is already thinking of extending their family.
Now that I have 4, I say maybe 5.
Okay.
Everybody give a big smile.
Larkin is now 3 years old and the youngest of 4.
It was amazing to bring back Larkin to the house because I left as a family 3 children, and when I brought in the 4th, it was like it was never not there. We couldn't imagine it without him. 3.
I have legs.
He's a gas little fella. There's nothing he wouldn't do or wouldn't say. He's like a little daddy. Yeah. He will make them sometimes obey him. Adam, his big brother, that's going on 18. He'll say, yeah, you sit down, I'm the boss.
Thank you.
A year ago, Larkin suddenly became very ill.
Larkin was complaining with his belly, and I was thinking, first of all, maybe it's just a little viral infection or whatever. So 12 o'clock midnight, I remember I rang a cab and I said to Our Lady's Hospital, and straight away when they checked him in Our Lady's Hospital, they checked his heartbeat and his heartbeat was 228. And they said, you know what, there's something seriously wrong with this baby, like, you know. They came with the
all the resuscitation stuff and all.
And I said, can I ask who was that for? Like, and he said, that's in case we need it for Larkin. And I said, no, please, no. I was crying my eyes out because I knew something bad was happening.
It's always a tough thing looking at your child on the table with people surrounding him.
Helpless, you know.
He couldn't help himself. He was in pain. His breathing wasn't going down. I made a pact with God that day. You know, I said, just take me. I'll trade my life for him so he can live. At least when I go, they still have their life with their mom. That day, I wouldn't say I became a dad that day, but I was willing to sacrifice myself for him.
When they done an ultrasound, doctor came in and goes, yes, appendicitis. And he said, Mammy, see all them bubbles? That's all poison. So we need to get this boy quickly to the surgery.
Larkin underwent emergency surgery to have his appendix removed. He was in intensive care for 6 days.
There was one night he was sleeping, so I was looking straight into his face and I started crying, but not as in, crying loud, but just weeping. And at that moment, he opened his eyes and he looked at me. Don't cry, Daddy. So he became the adult at the time, and me as the adult became the child.
Daddy was having this.
So we had a reversal of roles at that time.
Thank God and His blessed mother brought him through that, because it was such a go.
He's now back to his old self, bossing around his older brothers and sister.
I can see them staying in school and doing their college.
Sunny.
So we just say, we're going to support you in whatever you want to do. And we will, you will make a doctor if you want to make a doctor. We always encourage them.
We try to just bring the best out of them, letting them know that there is still a path that they have to take.
Larkin may be the centre of attention, but it's his grandmother Kay who has been in the spotlight since appearing on the series.
Dozens of people, would say it to me. I seen it on the television. Fair play, you did very well. Not so much about my daughter, and not the grandson. You, he says, you stole the show. Are we going to invite onto the radio? I said, I just felt like delivering that baby myself. Because the way the doctor was thinking, and I was looking at him then, I just felt like guiding him out. I did. That's what I wanted to do. But anyway, I might get a chance again to do it. I went the other way.
Nicola might just give Kay her wish. She hasn't ruled out another pregnancy.
I think I probably will give it another go.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
Give it another go for Sister for Jessica. Maybe. I'm still young as well.
Oh, Jesus Christ, did you just say that?
Yeah.
God, women.
I think they go for 5, maybe 6.